comes a time in the summer when the heat really starts to kick in, and all those early cold crops that you planted in March and April are starting to finish up. So the spinach is starting to go to seed, the lettuce is starting to go to seed. There's peas are finishing up usually around the first part of July. Once all those vegetables are done and gone because the heat has kicked in or because you've harvested them, there's still plenty of time to plant more crops. And so usually between the 4th of July and the 24th of July, those peas are completely done. You got all this bare ground, you can plant things now. What can you put back in there? Well, surprisingly, there's a lot of vegetables that will grow and mature in a very short amount of time, and you can plant those in July, even into the first part of August, and still get a great crop in the fall. So you can recycle and reuse that space that is no longer being productive. And so bush beans, these are Blue Lake bush beans. They mature and produce in about 65 days. So really in just over 2 months you can have beans producing in your garden. So as soon as our peas are done, we'll plant some beans back in there. A lot of times we'll plant some earlier varieties of corn, like sugar buns, ambrosia, sweetness, really early varieties of corn that only take about 65 days to produce. You can plant this after your peas and spinach and lettuce and radishes are all finished for the year and have them coming back. But there's a lot of root crops you can do as well too. So beets and carrots, they produce in about 75 days. And so plenty of time, middle of July, where you can plant these, and by the end of September you're harvesting more carrots, more beets, more beans, more corn. So don't hesitate to recycle and reuse some of that space that you've got in your garden once all those vegetables are gone for the season, and we'll try and make your garden productive all the way through the fall and into September and even into October, and keep your garden growing instead of just wasting some of that space.